Well, we're rolling into the second week of September. Fall is just around the corner, and of course, old man winter is not that far behind. So, with that in mind, we're going to have to insulate this van and winterize it. Welcome back to Survival NS, and today we are heading out to Home Depot to collect some insulation in order to fill some of these cavities here. And by cavities, I mean these things right here. Now, as you can see, there's all kinds of holes in this van that needs to be filled with insulation in order to winterize this van to keep the heat in throughout the winter. So let's head on over to Home Depot and pick up our insulation. Now, there are all kinds of different insulation materials out there. There are rolls, spray foam, blown in, and loose fill. Now, some of you out there are probably wondering why I chose rock wool insulation. Now, there are a number of reasons why I did. First of all, it's the name. It's rock wool, which means it's made from rocks. And that means it is fire resistant. And my all-time favorite quality about rock wool is that it is hydrophobic, which means water phobic, fear of water. It doesn't hold water. Water actually runs right off of it. And for people who live in their vans or RVs, this is what you need. You need hydrophobic insulation. Now, I'm not saying that rock wool is the only insulation out there and it's the only one you should be installing in your van or RV. However, there are many different types of insulation out there that you could use. Do your own research and then make your own informed decision on what you want to install. I chose this one because of the qualities that come with rock wool. However, I do want to give you a little piece of advice. If you're going to install spray foam, let me show you. Now, with spray foam, you have to be very careful because it's kind of like a permanent type of insulation. And that could cause a whole lot of problems for you. Let me show you here. Now, you can see inside this cavity here, there are wires. These are your electrical wires that run to your electrical system, your battery. Now, if you fill in these cavities with spray foam, it becomes hard. So hard, in fact, that you cannot remove it with your hands. You're going to need some sort of equipment to remove it if you have to renovate your van later on. For instance, if you want to add on certain pieces of equipment, you're going to need to access these wires. The other thing you need to keep in mind is that if there is an electrical problem with your van, then you're going to have to remove all that insulation because you need to find out where the problem lies within all those wires. Okay, so in order to demonstrate how fire resistant this rock wool is, I got a piece of it right here, and I got a lighter. Check it out. Nothing. Doesn't catch fire. All right, let's move on to waterproofness. Check this out. Nothing. It just runs right off. So if you're looking for an excellent insulator for your van or your RV, rock wool does the job well. So this is what rock wool looks like. You just grab a handful, rip it out, and start filling in the cavities. It's that simple. And just do it everywhere, all through your van, every cavity. Just like this. And you do that to every single cavity in your van. I usually start at the bottom and keep filling it in until I get to the top, until all those cavities are filled in. Now, although the manufacturer of the insulation that I've used in my fan has stated that it's safe and there's really not too much to worry about, I'm not taking any chances. Wear a mask, some safety goggles, and a pair of gloves. Long sleeves also. And one thing I'll tell you is, no matter what type of insulation that you use, particles come off of that insulation, and you don't want to be breathing it in or getting it in your eyes. So, stay safe. Use the proper safety equipment when installing insulation. So I've done the first row. Let me show you what that looks like. Start from the bottom there. Goes all the way up. Not that hard, folks. And that is going to save you time and money and keep you warm in the winter, cool in the summer. All right, so I've completely finished filling in all the cavities in my van with insulation. So the next step is to seal that insulation with foil tape, and I've already started that process, so I'm going to show you what it looks like before I finish that process off. All right, so as you can see, that foil tape now is covering that insulation that I've stuffed in all those cavities. And I've only got a few more to do, as you can see here. And then I'll be completely finished that. And that will be the end of the process of this installation, because it's not finished yet. I still have to fill in the sidewalls and, of course, the roofing with some other type of insulation, which I will get into on the next video. Okay, so there you have it, folks. That's one way of filling in those cracks and gaps in your van for insulation, for preparation for your winter. And again, like I said, it's not the only way, but it is economical and it is effective. So if you have any comments or you have your own stories about your own insulation for your van in preparation for winter, you know where to leave those down below in the comments section. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for?